Welcome back to the quiet part. Have you seen this video?
It's racked up more than 180 million views on TikTok
to be
and spread
bunnies jumping on a trampoline. You may not know, and you may not have realized, but this video is, of course, AI generated. These are not real bunnies. And I myself had a very similar experience when I first watched this video. On occasion, I like to scroll through TikTok and try to understand like what's trending, what people are talking about, what news and politics and cultural phenomena are resonating with people at a given time period. And I was served this video while scrolling through TikTok. And from what I know, it was some channel that just reposts cute animal videos or something. That's at least how it was sort of framed in the video. And I'm watching this video and I'm next to my partner and I'm a little AI critical. And I mentioned to her, I'm like, something about this video is weird. The way that the bunnies are bouncing doesn't make sense, like according to basic physics, right? The way that the motion is spreading through the trampoline doesn't make sense. The height of the bunnies, the speed of their fall, the motion blur on their fur as they fall down, something isn't right. And she's like, I don't know. And then we go to the comments of this video that we're seeing on TikTok, and it is filled with people for the first time recounting that they had ever been successfully duped and tricked by an AI video into believing that it truly was real. Dozens of millions of people were likely fooled by this video. And in the comment section on TikTok, at least, of one of these versions of this video that was circulating and being reposted all over, meaning it's probably been seen many more times than this, the comments were simply filled with what I could only describe as existential angst. The absolute and complete fear of derealization, the possibility that what a person perceives as objective reality doesn't actually match up with reality. And for once, it's not a matter of opinion, but it's of your visual senses. What you are seeing may not be real. It may not only be a lie constructed by a person, it is consciously not something that was ever real to begin with, even if the concepts are. And that is a horrifying thing. That's not a fun thing to like put children through. Like you have to understand like what is this going to do to like Gen Alpha kids when they grow up in a world where the hard things they see could very real not be hard or objective reality. Like a bunny might be a concept, but like that bunny was never real. That trampoline was specifically in that context never real in that moment. And this video is not specifically just about AI art. This video is about the present cultural moment that we live in here in 2025. Because this AI video of bunnies jumping on a trampoline was generated just a few days ago. Okay, right? So this news video talking about it, which is pretty slow, was published 4 days ago. This video, this experience, moved a person who was already a creative, an artist on TikTok, who had undergone the challenge of making one song every single day. Let me see if I can get you their handle and remember this. Look, it says they are Olivesongs 11. This person experienced this feeling of derealization, of a disconnect between what is real and what might not be, and put it into a song and used it as an analogy and did what artists do ever so beautifully, in my opinion.
There were bunnies that were jumping on a trampoline, and I just heard that they weren't real. If a bot didn't have it, an unknowing rabbit, it might manufacture the way you made me feel. How do I know that the sky's really sunny? Sometimes it feels like your love is as real as an unknowing bunny.
Okay, so obviously, like, it's not just the topic of this song that makes it good. Apparently, like, the chord composition and the music theory here, and apparently he's a wonderful singer. I think technically he sounded very good to me. That video resonated with a lot of people. If you look over here, this video alone has 658,000 likes, much less views. It's got 9,602 comments. I believe this is favoriting. I believe it's been favorited 109,000 times. And apparently this is not what happens to most of this person's music. And that is because this person has just made like counterculture punk rock art. where a person made a commentary on the present moment we lived in and constructed something subversive that had a message about that moment in time that resonated with people. And that's actually not the only part to the song. It has like a second part.
There's a woman who was talking on my TV screen, and I just learned she doesn't exist. Her heart was created, her voice generated, her soul hasn't lived, and her lips have not been given.
One, that's such a great note.
I know the sky's really sunny.
Jesus.
Now you can change how it looks with the wave of your hand and a fuck ton of money.
It's so good.
Am I just an unknowing buddy?
Holy hell.
Am I just an unknowing buddy?
Genuinely incredible work. It's got so many little references to, in this line, right, he uses an M dash or EM dash. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a type of grammatical typing that AI generating text bots like ChatGPT and I imagine Grok, I don't know. These AI chatbots have a real weird habit of using this specific type of grammar where it's this long dash between words to indicate a pause. I use a short dash when I try to indicate a pause. Just incredible, ridiculously good art, which reminds me of something I posted to the channel a little while ago. So this is going to be how the rest of this video goes. I'm going to pull up stuff. I'm going to show you it. I'm going to gush about it. I'm going to encourage you to go take a look at it. This is a song. I don't know the individual artist for nothing, but apparently this song is by Kill Bill, Rav, and Hatsune Miku. And the title of the song is Things Will Get Much Worse From Here. So this is pre-Trump's inauguration. I'm not even sure we would have known that Trump was going to win the election at this point in time. But this is about the movement and progression of AI art and what that looks like. So there is going to be some AI generated stuff in this video as an example. But the lyricism in this song is absolutely insane. And it's this like motif of like, we're going down the rabbit hole, but do you know how to get back out?
Making a man in the image, but what is the image? It's stuck around after us. Lines over lines, they told me time over time. They told me what is the point of a corner to cut when the crown of your head is anointed with dust. Say, rabbit, 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 tell me who you are. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit,
I just enjoyed the song too.
Rabbit, 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 tell me who you are. I might lose my soul if I come on shoot down the soul.
Right, okay, right. Rabbit, rabbit, tell me who you are. I might lose my soul if I come down you with this hole. So like, it's the rabbit hole of where generative AI art, generative AI text leads. Okay. This dude's verse. I don't know if this is Kill Bill or Rav doing this verse. This verse is insane. This is from a year ago, before we had an authoritarian in office, bringing us back to like a neo-Bush era of music, and this is the most insane verse. We're gonna have to go through it like twice.
Pandora's box, now behold the shocking contents that could work to streamline out, but serving a chaotic conscience. Pick apart the pixels, disassemble every wave, yield the flimsy reconstruction of a mediocre grade. Rebuild it, destroy it, fix it.
Okay, he's about to go so fast, but everything he says is incredibly important.
Every iteration more efficient.
Every iteration more efficient and convincing.
Convincing with proficiency to imitate believable.
Jesus Christ, with proficiency to imitate believable precision than the last. And while the masses will point out the crude deficiencies, they'll miss the forest. Which what we're missing is that what this is leading to a year later now, where people live in unreality, in derealization. Holy shit.
It keeps improving. Bro, society gon' change. We're witnessing the birth of stuff that won't get tired, won't complain. Both shrinking expenses and growing profits for
Ooh, and it's that political context.
the rich. More redundancies world over with new prompts from the abyss.
Jesus.
So now it's real and what's fabricated. Paranoia's exacerbated. Narratives distorted. Public aggravated and dilapidated. We'll oppose it until we don't. And its role is certified. History repeats itself. Somehow getting worse each time.
Wow. Oh my God. This song is so good. Check it out. I've posted it to the post feature on the channel. Incredible. I thought I was a genius for finding this song a year ago. It's got 807,000 views. It needs 807 million views. This is an incredible song, but this is a year ago, right? The Bunnies songs from earlier literally came out like in the past 2 weeks. What also came out in the past 2 weeks, you've got to follow me here. This is incredible music, incredible art, and insane symbolism of the times we live in. Hayley Williams, who is the lead singer of Paramore, just dropped a new series of songs, which I don't think technically are an album because they're not like made to flow. They're just individual singles. So it's a collection of singles. Okay. And if you don't know, Paramore slaps. I'm not really sure how you describe them other than like just rock and emo. Hayley Williams of Paramore, I've loved Paramore for a very long time. When she put out this song, and she has other songs that touch on politics and especially very interesting feminist theory and in the experience of womanhood and some really good stuff on that front, she puts out this song and it feels like I'm cashing a 15-year-old investment into Bitcoin or something, right? I feel like I'm like, damn, this is like, I'm so hyped because this is so incredible. And this is just one of her single songs, like one of her own songs. And the context is, if I remember correctly, Hayley Williams grew up in the South. I can't remember if she's from Nashville, Tennessee, but she grew up, if I recall, in like a very predominantly black area of a southern town, and also maybe immersed in parts of the Christian or Catholic culture there. So she puts out this song called True Believer. And the sort of intro to the song talks about... So the song talks about religion. It calls this religious city that is so hypocritical a kind of southern Gotham. And then she gets into this chorus. She says, you know, I'm a true believer because I still believe in your actual goods. She's talking about God and stuff. The very beginning of the song talks about gentrification, actually, in like a pretty explicit way, right? So... The club with all the hardcore shows. Listen to this.
The club with all the hardcore shows, not just a grayscale dominoes.
Like just the loss of punk and DIY and communalistic culture in favor of gentrification and what that does.
They put up chain link fences underneath the biggest bridges. They pose in Christmas.
Super relevant. You might have seen it was either an executive order or a Supreme Court ruling. I can't remember which, but it was one of these things. No, it was an executive order. It was the one where it was like about dealing with homeless people on the streets and addiction. And really, it was just an executive order that makes being homeless illegal. That just happened like a week ago. This video got posted 7 days ago by like a re-uploader that put subtitles on it. So like this is happening at the same time.
All the children, they say that Jesus is the way, but then they gave him a white face, so they don't have to pray to someone they deem lesser than them.
You don't understand like what it is for this artist and a lot of these artists to be putting out music like this, where they just say shit. They just don't give a fuck. They're just saying it aloud. They're like, there is no gray area. There is no misunderstanding what they are talking about. Jesus. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. And then this line, the South will not rise again.
The South will not rise again.
It's also just the atmospheric sound of the song is incredible. It's wonderful.
Till it's paid for every sin.
This is some like good like progressive. What? Like when I first heard that lyric, I literally was like completely taken aback and like my face just stopped. Like I just was like completely actually shocked. In not a like, oh, I can't believe she said this way, but in a, I can't believe I'm hearing this from this context and in such a plain and clear way. The thing about politics and culture and injustice is that if the politicians and the people in power won't say the quiet part out loud, you can bet your ass that artists will say it out loud for them. And they'll do it in the most provocative and beautiful and soul-quaking ways. All right, here's what I'm going to pull up next, okay? Which also came out literally like in the past 2 weeks. And I'm going to need some preamble, okay? Because this is not a necessarily good artist. Okay, this is an artist by the name of Darkie, which already sounds bad. but you're gonna let me explain the context, and you're gonna know that I'm not like out here to die for this dude. Lil Darkie, he might have rightfully gotten canceled. Lil Darkie is like a mixed Indian dude. I believe he's from the U.S. He's also from the South. And he, I don't know, he's like an underground metal rap, heavy metal trap artist who has gotten famous and blown up a few times for essentially being very shock factor, for posting videos with like crazy names like genocide and Holocaust, where he doesn't actually like disparage, in my summarization, he doesn't really actually say anything anti-human ever. He just puts out a lot of shock factor shit. And his little character here, which I don't remember the name of this like little caricature, it's like him, that's his like self, that he uses as an insert for all of his art. In his earlier depictions, he has that character in completely black skin with that red line and the red lips, which a lot of people took to be some sort of Jesus Christ, what do you call that segregation era art style? I completely forgot the name of that art style, which is ridiculous because it's everywhere, unfortunately. People took his little black character and his name being Little Darkie to be like, oh, this guy's racist or something. This guy isn't even full black. He's mixed Indian. All of those are complete and fair assessments. He uses a lot of shock factor and anti-cancel culture rhetoric in his music. He has some music that is like kind of both sidesism political, and even this song I'm about to show you is a little bit of both sidesism. But the thing is that he says some shit that nobody else would ever fucking say aloud. The reality is, you'll hear based on the song, in a very punk rock way, he really doesn't give a fuck if you think he's a good person at all. So let's just go into it. He just dropped an album 2 weeks ago. If I remember, it's like the album's called The State of the Union. It's all political stuff talking about America, being anti-fascist, being anti-authoritarian, being anti-racist. It is insano style that this dude just drops this shit like this, especially as a dude who like had this history of being more of a shock factor. I'm here to just garner eyes for being controversial, dude. For him to say a bunch of this shit and it's not controversial because we're all thinking it is insane. But the song opens with like, lots of people do this shit.
Join me in
the satire of America. It's all this shit. Okay, and then it kicks in, man. And like, you can't deny the instrumental's kind of tough. Some of his stuff you might totally hate. Like, I think it's a type of thing that might grate certain people's ears. They might think it's cringe. But the lyricism in this is what we got to pay attention to. Listen to this shit.
You're too kind.
Let me see if I can find the lyrics to this. Oh,
hey, turn the microphone up. Turn the mic up. Turn the mic up. Check, check. Hey, you know what the fuck going on, bitch? Check, check. Yeah. To be the boss, yeah, you gotta pay the cost. Put your hands up like you getting stopped by that cops. Fuck a Nazi. My chopper hit him.
30 seconds in, he's like pro-union, anti-boss, anti-cops, anti-Nazi. What? Like, this is so fucking peak.
Right between the eyes, they turn us on each other. It's your brother you despise.
What? Like, he's talking. I mean, listen, this isn't new, right? Tupac was talking about this. Biggie Smalls was talking about this. Fucking Jay-Z and Kendrick has been talking about this. And people, rappers have been talking about this shit forever.
Kanye West can suck my dick until he dies.
See, that's how you know he might be chill, though. He said
I'm on a mission to murder corrupt politicians.
He's going to be killed by the CIA. Like, this man will be murdered. Like, that's it. He's going to get MLK'd. He's going to get Malcolm X'd. It's over. You can't say that. But he did. And y'all, like, might agree with it.
Each other, it's your brother you despise. Kanye West can suck my dick until he dies. I'm on a mission to murder corrupt politicians. Nobody wanna listen, too busy arguing, bitching, and dissing one another to make another something different.
What? He's like talking about the fucking separation of the middle class, the use of culture war tactics to separate solidarity that would actually threaten systems of power?
You wanna get rich, pay the price. Yes, sir. Your tweet got 100,000 likes. Yes, sir. About how we should separate blacks and the whites.
I think that might be a reference to the Kanye tweet about separating blacks and whites, and like, I don't know, when Kanye was fucking losing it.
They wanna separate it, we can never fight.
Okay, and now I bring you to Jesse Wells, who is like listen, I don't like ranking people like that, but to me, he's subjectively probably the most important musician right now for the past year. in the counterculture era. Everything Jesse Wells puts out is just absolutely incredible. The lyricism, he puts out stuff all the time. He's kind of like the person in the beginning who kind of makes a song a day. He doesn't make a song a day, but he makes songs really often, really quick, simple ones.
Your bucket list, your grocery list, your list of things to do. You got a list of all your wishes, that's a wish list, dude. You got your Amazon and Santa Claus and Tooth Fairy too. But I know a list that don't exist, and but it's so do you. It's the Epstein list, it's a mystery list with a twist, it's a myth of a list that we all just missed. Be an optimist, not a pessimist. If you wish to persist, you probably ought to forget that list.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
Oh, I forgot.
I don't remember. But I can sleep a lot better at night. Yeah, life can just go along, knowing there's 10,000 hours of sunshine and flowers and nobody doing a damn thing wrong. Hear no, see no, damn Bongino, Cash Patel. Well, I wouldn't want to be a sweating man with bulging eyes. Now tell me them fellas ain't compromised. Any implicated dude will tell you anybody on the big list knows just how far the folks in charge will go to keep the status quo.
Okay, like that's insane. This is like a month ago, this video. One of my favorite songs by him in the past 4 months. I liked some of his stuff from just before Trump's inauguration, actually, when he was talking especially about Palestine. This is all just peak music. Like, we are in a new era of counterculture music.
Got me a red house and
The song is genuinely just incredible. Like,
red car runs on big red batteries. They used to be blue 15 minutes ago, but they turned red just.
okay, so 4 months ago, this is the context of Elon suddenly being super pro-Trump.
I ride it. I got some blue friends, they're the best. We used to fly around the world on a big jet plane they call the Lolita Express.
Who is this guy?
I got me
This is
a red
incredible.
tie and it's 10 feet long and it matches my red hat. I got me a red bird and a red fish, a red dog and a red cat, and I got me a red pen.
Right, so this
and
is when he was first hitting up the executive orders, when Trump was first going insano style, writing executive orders every day.
use it. I got a big red
And I
chain.
believe Elon did that thing, the stunt with the chainsaw.
Hot too. My red friend likes that white powder, makes his arms do weird salutes.
Like, this is right after Elon did the Nazi salute.
It's nicer when you finally meet the devil. Nation knows his wrath when he's dead in 20 years. We'll be here and they'll be back when we're all hung out to dry by our savior technocrats. It won't matter if you're neocon or MAGA Democrats when the war gets here.
Okay, and you'll notice he's sticking to MAGA Democrat and neocon. He's talking about the center. He's talking about average people in the middle, versus the technocrats, the oligarchs, the people in power. Like, this is so incredible. This is from 4 months ago. The last thing I'll show you today is his little 1.5 minute song called "Sometimes You Bomb Iran." Jesus.
Sometimes you get at your B2s and go bomb Iran. Sometimes you get at your B2s. It's all part of God's plan. Well, if you want that peace, you can't be quiet when there's a picture of you hanging out on an island. So you best be getting your B2s and go bomb Iran. Politicians and preachers get hard as a bone, talking holy wars, two birds, one stone. Get your Ted Cruz's and your Huckabees. Somebody said old Lindsey Graham free. Flip Miss Tulsi, get the war machine rolling. Where it's gonna stop ain't nobody knowing. So sometimes you get at your B2s and go bomb Iran. Sometimes you get at your B2s. It's all part of God's plan. Well,
I mean, people, the artistry, the music, the themes, the rebellion, it's so fucking good. But this is such a bad time to actually live in.
bomb to hell. Every boy and every girl be the change in the regime you want to see in the world.
Jesus.
Sometimes get at your B2s and go bomb Iran. Bomb to hell. Beat all the thugs. That Palantir's one hell of a...
Palantir. He's mentioning Palantir. He knows who Palantir is, bro. Who is this guy? Like, little Darkie is putting out fucking, like, true, like, Black Panther's ass music. and Jesse Wells knows what Palantir is. Like, this is incredible. I'll leave it there. But what do you think? I hope you've enjoyed having me yap about and show you some different music that I like. I really do actually listen to fucking everything. I was going to pull up some clipping later, which is like industrial noise hip hop music. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think we are coming into like a new recession era of music? Like, you know, the way that the Bush era of music was, where it was so prolific and it was so good and it was so, it spoke truth to power in such a profound way. Do you think we're coming in to another one of these eras in Trump's second term? Okay. That's it. I just wanted to show off some music I like and yap. Like this video if you like it, get subscribed if you want to see more of my content. Leave a comment with your thoughts down below. Share this video with your mother specifically, or your grandma if your mom's not available. Take care and have a good day. I have other videos coming, proper research, fully scripted ones. This was just for fun because I wanted to yap a bit about some music. Take care. Goodbye. Have a good day.